Speaker, I rise today in support of this resolution. The resolution condemns the terrorist attack in France carried out by Islamist extremists earlier this month. On January 7th, two armed gunmen entered the offices of Charlie Hebdo, the satirical magazine in Paris, and in a brutal, premeditated attack, killed 12 people and injured 11 others. The following day, as we watched this play out on international media, their associate, Amedy Coulibaly, shot and killed a female police officer. And in the following days, with the Kouachi brothers on the run, Coulibaly targeted a kosher supermarket where he shot and killed 4 Jewish shoppers and took multiple hostages. And later that day, courageous French police officers stormed the supermarket, killed the attacker, and freed the hostages. There are no words that we can speak today, I think, that will comfort the families and the friends of the 17 people murdered in those terrorist attacks. The victims included cartoonists and maintenance workers, police officers, grocery shoppers, Christians, Jews, and Muslims. And there are no words strong enough to condemn these terrorists and their radical jihadist ideology. The Charlie Hebdo offices were attacked because their cartoons offended. The magazine's editor was specifically marked as a target for death in al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula's online newspaper magazine called Inspire, under the not-so-subtle headline, "A bullet a day keeps the infidel away." Indeed, the Kouachi brothers called out the editor's name before they shot and killed him. Mr. Speaker, the attack on Charlie Hebdo was an attack on free speech. The right to express ideas and opinions, even if they are unpopular or offensive, is a foundation for a free society, France's and ours. Frankly, the struggle of the Enlightenment has largely been a struggle against blasphemy laws, going all the way back to the foundation of this republic, First Amendment, and Jefferson's concept of freedom of speech and freedom of religion. It was not the first time that this magazine was attacked by terrorists, and unfortunately, it likely won't be the last time a media outlet like this is targeted. And that's why this resolution resolves to uphold and defend the basic principle: free speech. The grocery store victims were murdered because they were Jewish. In the days following, France has stationed thousands of police officers to guard France's Jewish schools and synagogues in the aftermath of the terrorist attacks. Alarmingly, anti-Semitic forces are on the rise in France and in much of Europe. This resolution puts the House on record as condemning in the strongest possible terms possible the Paris attacks and extends the sympathy of every American to those affected by the tragedy. It reiterates our support for France, America's sister republic, our oldest ally, and it calls upon all nations to join the global effort of fighting violent extremism. This is a time to not just express sorrow for those killed, but also a time to show resolve in the face of terror. Our intelligence sharing with allies, already strong, will need to get much sharper. Border checks improved, and coalition efforts to destroy ISIS will need to be stepped up. I urge all members to support this resolution, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves for what purpose?